I am the CEO and founder of Macnificent Minds, and my name is Ashlee Mack. The woman behind the title is a God-fearing mother, daughter, sister, best friend, and a provider, and someone who truly cares. I was a patient before I became the provider. I was in elementary school and I had came down with pneumonia, and my mother had to take me to the hospital. And it was my first time ever having to stay overnight. And I had to see how the nurses actually operated, how loving and caring and on top of things they were. And I knew at that moment at 11 or 12 years old that I wanted to be that person. When I was in nursing school and I was taking a class, my teacher failed me in the class, and that was could have been the end of my journey. And she told me that I did not have the solid foundation to build and become a nurse. I cried. I had to be pulled out the car by my mother at the school. We talked to the dean of nursing, and I knew from the bottom of my heart that that was my calling and my passion, and I wasn't just going to give up on it so easily. And that's what everyone in society expected from me. My sister succumbed to an overdose. I'm still her big sister. Despite her not being here in the physical, she's still here in the spirit through her kids. And I had a purpose to still show them that her life didn't end then. Just watching our communities, we losing the race with this mental health and addiction. It is taking a toll on us, and it's because we fear getting help. And I'm afraid that's what my sister and my stepfather were feeling. And so I figured that if somebody like me start a business like this, it would show other young Black girls who have had a lot of challenges in life that they can do anything they put their mind to, but people like us, it's okay for people like us to get the help that we need. Something I wish someone would have told me earlier on was that my struggles would build my character and that I would turn out to be an amazing woman. Your journey is going to be your journey, but as long as you stay connected to God, go get your education, and stay the course, then you can be where I am. My name is Ashlee Mack. I'm a dope Black psych nurse practitioner, and I'm a boss lady. I am the CEO and founder of Macnificent Minds, and my name is Ashlee Mack. The woman behind the title is a God-fearing mother, daughter, sister, best friend, and a provider, and someone who truly cares. I was a patient before I became the provider. I was in elementary school and I came down with pneumonia, and my mother had to take me to the hospital. And it was my first time ever having to stay overnight. And I had to see how the nurses actually operated, how loving and caring and on top of things they were. And I knew at that moment at 11 or 12 years old that I wanted to be that person. I knew that I could care for people just like the ladies and gentlemen that were caring for me. And it set me on my course to being a better person. So I set my whole life through middle school and high school focused on becoming the best nurse practitioner, nurse that I could be. I had to shed the childhood Ashlee. I had to shed just all the struggles that life threw in my path on the way to getting here. I had to shed trying to impress people, trying to be somebody for other people. I had to shed the ghetto-ness. I had to shed the defensiveness. I'm always on defense and feeling like I needed to be that protector for my family. So I've come off a bit nonchalant, but also like I don't care. So I learned to be humble and more forgiving. Um, I was the type of person, if you did me wrong, that was just it. And it was no in between, no black and white. It was like here or there. And I had to shed just a lot of things that I learned from society as far as the negative things, being boy crazy and running the streets thinking that it was things out there for me, looking for love in the wrong places, just all the typical young girl things that you go through when you're trying to figure it out that kind of puts you in position of a negative light. I had to really figure out who I was, and I'm still figuring out who I am, but going in a more positive direction. I had to look at myself as worthy versus looking for other people to look at me as worthy. I've always been an overachiever, an overthinker, and a believer, but you always have those moments where you feel like you're not doing enough and you don't see the change that you're making in the world until that one day that one person shows you, or the thing that you do proves to you that you are in the right space and that this is your calling. I knew that I was being the best provider that I could be, but I kept getting fired from jobs for unnecessary things. And so it led me to wanting to be my own person because I know that I can do it. One of the most recent ones where I was providing care for inpatient and they gave me a termination notice without any details or reason why, and I reached out to them and asked them why, and they still did not give me an answer why, but I knew I was doing what I was supposed to. I was doing my job, I showed up, and so that changed me forever because I know that I'm good at what I do. I'm great at what I do. I know that I really only took the job to show up, to be there for people. It wasn't something that I needed. It was something that I wanted. And them just letting me go kind of put a damper on my purpose, but then God was like, no, I'm not done with you yet, and it's time for you to move forward. You're one of my toughest soldiers, and I need you to stay the field, stay the course. There was a time when I was in nursing school, and I was taking a class, and my teacher failed me in the class, and that was could have been the end of my journey. And she told me that I did not have the solid foundation to build and become a nurse. That took me back because I knew what my God had put me in place to do, and I wouldn't be here spending all this money for school if this ain't where I was supposed to be. So we had to write letters to the school. I had to have my mama come to the school, and I was an adult. But I was so hurt. I said, if can't nobody help me, my mama can help me get back in this program to make sure that I succeed. It made me feel like maybe this wasn't for me. But then again, I had to say, God wouldn't put you where you're not meant to be. I cried. I had to be pulled out the car by my mother at the school. We talked to the dean of nursing, and I knew from the bottom of my heart that was my calling and my passion, and I wasn't just going to give up on it so easily. And that's what everyone in society expected from me, was to give up and move on and do other things when my purpose was where I am. By the grace of God, I was able to get back in the program and finish with my bachelor's degree, and it led me to here. So it taught me to be disciplined, steadfast, and don't always listen to what other people have to say about you, because if God don't say it, it don't matter. I graduated Marion University with my bachelor's. I worked at IU Hospital as a student nurse, made $12 an hour. And then I moved to IU West in their emergency department. I worked there for a year, and then Memorial Hospital in Savannah, Georgia, the Level 1 Trauma Center. I had always knew I wanted to move to Georgia, but I knew I needed to get my life together first. And I was like, let me get my ducks in a row first, and then I'll move to another state. So once I got my degree, I applied in Savannah, Georgia. They hired me. They paid for me to move down there. I didn't have any family there. It was just me. And I said, well, Savannah, Georgia it is. The one thing that people think about my success or industry is that it's about the money. And if you don't put your heart and soul and passion into it, no amount of money will ever make you love it. Because a lot of people use the nursing industry as a second job or fallback on when other things don't work out. So when they come into it thinking that money is going to save them, and then they're not making the money that they thought they would, they lose the passion for caring for people. And you have to come in with your mindset of wanting to care for people and have a love for people, and the money comes after the fact. It comes when it comes. You make what you make. No, we don't want to be poor, living paycheck to paycheck every day, but your heart and your mind have to be into it for people to really see that you care. I walk into the room and start talking to my patients, and they instantly feel the passion, because I go in knowing it's not about the money that I'm getting from these patients or from their insurance. It's about the care that I provide and the love that they need. A lot of people got burnt out during COVID. They were offering so much money to go to New York and all these places, and they thought that was the life, and then they had a rude awakening as well. During COVID, I was an emergency room nurse, so I seen a lot of change. I've seen a lot of sick people, sick nurses, and it changed the nursing field drastically, because we thought we had it all figured out, and then this hit us and it showed us we do not have it figured out, and we have a lot more work to put into our people, our communities, and our systems. It was just a lot of hardship. Lost a lot of comrades, a lot of good co-workers. People got sick. People are still dealing with the residual of it. Nursing, along with the doctors, is the backbone to our health field, so we need to show them better. We need compassionate people. We need people who care. And so the conversation was often between nurses. It was just, a lot of what they went into it for. They thought they was gonna make the big bucks, and then you see they're posting, oh, it ain't what it's cracked up to be. Oh, nursing, you don't make no money. Well, you went into it wrong. Gotta go into it with heart and soul. You can't go into it for money, because money does make the world go round, but it doesn't take care of people. That's what I dedicated my life to. I dedicated my career to helping people, and I wasn't gonna, when the going get tough, I wasn't gonna get going. I am a dedicated person, and like I said, this was my calling, so God wasn't gonna let me run out on his people when there's a time of need. I didn't get into it for the glitz and glamour. One thing that broke me was a very close coworker of mine. Unfortunately, she worked in the ER with me, a level 1 trauma center down in Savannah. She got significantly sick, and I just loved her to death. And to see her suffer through that time was hard, but it also kept in my mind that you were here to serve a purpose. I was able to be by her bedside. I was able to take care of her, and just knowing that I am able and capable kept me in that moment, kept me present at the time. So when I found out she was sick, it was through the other coworkers, and we were all just genuinely concerned about her. So, yeah, she came through it. She got through it. She did not pass away, thank God. But just, the ventilators and seeing her have to go through it. And every day, like I said, I always say, that could be you. That could be you. So you do all that you can, because that could be you. So unfortunately, my sister succumbed to an overdose. And we were unaware of the extent of it as far as the use and all that. However, we knew it was some mental health things going on because we're her sisters. We're constantly motivating her, constantly talking to her, constantly trying to keep her in the right headspace when life was getting tough for her. But I knew that didn't end my purpose. I'm still her big sister. Despite her not being here in the physical, she's still here in the spirit through her kids. And I had a purpose to still show them that her life didn't end then. It's still going. And we still have a way to help her and fix it through other people. I started Macnificent Minds in spirit of my sister and my stepfather. I'm sorry. My stepfather, he had alcoholism. And unfortunately, it landed him in a bad predicament, and he ended up dying from it. And it took a toll on my mother. It took a toll on all of us. And you don't realize how much addiction affects you until it hit home. And we all think, drinking and smoking and everything is a part of the life until you see the end results. And then I feel like just watching our communities, we losing the race with this mental health and addiction. It is taking a toll on us, and it's because we fear getting help. And I'm afraid that's what my sister and my stepfather were feeling. And so I figured that if somebody like me start a business like this, it would show other young Black girls who have had a lot of challenges in life that they can do anything they put their mind to. But people like us, it's okay for people like us to get the help that we need and to provide the help that others need. I am building towards making better communities. And what keeps me going on the hard days is seeing all these Facebook posts and social media posts and commercials where everyone is struggling mentally, feeling like they don't have an outlet, when there are definitely people out there like you, like me, that are here to help. My vision is to restore families and hope when they feel like they have nothing left and have given their all. I provide mental health and addiction services to children, teens, and adults across Indiana, Georgia, Ohio, Texas, and pending Kentucky. And my company is Macnificent Minds. It's a telehealth, mental health, and addiction medicine company. It provides access to people across the state, not just in your hometown. I started Macnificent Minds in August of 2025, but I really started pushing it recently in March of 2026. And I serve everyone of all ages from 8 years old to 99 across statewide. Clients are able to seek me out through social media. I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I made a TikTok. I'm also word of mouth, referrals. I'm reaching out to probation officers, the hospitals, any type of entity that feels they have patients who need care, who is seeking treatment. Refer them. I have a website, www.magnificentminds.com. Something I wish someone would have told me earlier on was that my struggles would build my character and that I would turn out to be an amazing woman. For women out here in society wanting to know how to walk the walk that I had, I don't think you're going to be capable of, because you're your own person. So your journey is going to be your journey. But as long as you stay connected to God, go get your education, and stay the course, then you can be where I am. But nobody's shoes are the same size. My name is Ashlee Mack. I'm a dope Black psych nurse practitioner, and I'm a boss lady.